College Football 25 is already in my running for Game of the Year, and it hasn't even dropped yet. EA dropped the Sights and Sounds deep dive today, where they included the attention to detail that they're going to have in the atmosphere of all of the FBS schools that are included in the game. However, they didn't touch on all the key points that a true football video game fan like myself would want to know. And in this video, I'll be going over the campus huddle that EA dropped on their website, going even deeper into what the sights and sounds of EA College Football 25 will be like. Within the campus huddle, the devs pretty much said they wanted to make the experience inclusive for all 134 FBS schools. They came in with the idea that every team is someone's favorite team, so it seems like they left no stone unturned whenever they were adding the detail to each of the 134 FBS schools. On to the sights and sounds. Picture this: you're playing at Penn State, getting ready to take on your opponent. This all starts with your team running out of the tunnel to Zombie Nation blasting and the whole stadium chanting, "We are Penn State." They said we recreated that feeling, sound, and visual of the pregame as if you were down on the field with them. There's nothing like it when we wanted to make sure you could experience the same feeling that these players have when you're walking out as your favorite team. I feel like with EA giving this much attention to detail to each team, it feels like I'm going to want to play with more than just my favorite team. I feel like I'm going to want to see what those lower tier schools have as some of their traditions, because, you know, not everybody knows all 134 FBS school traditions. So I think it'll be interesting to play with a team you're not used to seeing on Saturdays. EA also put a snippet about traditions. They said game day traditions is a key element of what separates Saturday from Sunday all around the country. We went to painstaking lengths to build out and capture the sights and sounds of college football. My biggest fear with this whole thing, I just hope Madden doesn't try to exactly copy NCAA with how in detail they're going with the pregame rituals and the postgame rituals. I hope it's kind of like their own two separate entities, and Madden can take some things from EA or from College Football 25 and implement it into Madden, but not be obvious about it. I really hope there is a separation between the two and Madden just doesn't feel like College Football 25 with NFL teams. Another thing EA talked about was motion capture. They said motion capture was the key to ensuring the accuracy and detail of all the props, from historical items to brand new traditions of game day. Every prop was built to its accurate size and weight, then mocapped in a studio, allowing real people to interact with them. Simply using a stand-in object would not replicate authenticity. They went on to say, we built a 2-story ramp to replicate the hill for the Clemson runout. We hired stunt actors to give us their best jumps in the middle of the hill and run down the ramp like they were getting ready to meet their rival for the biggest game of their lives. We built the Notre Dame stairs leading to the classic tradition of tapping on the Play Like a Champion sign. For Purdue, we built their rotating bass drum to play off their pregame show. Colleges like Georgia, Boston College, and Louisiana Lafayette each have their own tear-through banners when they enter the field. To mocap this, we first created a door frame to mocap the header touches, like for Virginia Tech, Wisconsin, and many others. So it seems like EA has thrown the house at making the gameplay as authentic as possible, and they went to many lengths to make it feel like you're actually there on Saturday. EA also went on to talk about the type of uniforms you'd be able to wear. They said college threads are ever changing each year and even game to game for some teams. Real world uniforms are made with countless variations of cloth, material, stitching pattern, colors, patches, stripes, logos, names, and numbers. To be able to create uniforms for 134 teams with multiple variations of helmet, we had to create a brand new tool set which allowed artists and designers to build uniform in real-time engine, seeing their work instantly in engine. This allowed teams to create incredible detailed uniforms across 134 schools. I think that's going to be so cool, especially with Team Builder within the game. The amount of uniforms you can just customize yourself, I think that's going to add so much depth to the game and unlock so many opportunities and give you full creative direction whenever you're doing Team Builders. And the final thing I'm going to talk about, and the thing I'm most excited for, is the dynamic crowd attendance. They said a new feature to help bring more authenticity into the game revolves around attendance levels in the stadium. To help paint a better picture, here's a great example from one of our team members who was playing a dynasty with FIU. During the first couple of games, the stands were not very full, which resulted in lower home field advantage and stadium pulse. Once he landed a big win on the road at Indiana and the team's record was 7-0, the stands were becoming more full to start the game. By the end of the season, with a 10-1 record and finishing in the top 25 rankings, home games would result in sellout crowds, and the home field advantage pulse meter was now rocking high on the way to the conference championship. I have been wanting that for many years. I know Madden has their agreement with the NFL where they can't have low attendance in the stands, no matter if you're getting blown out by 50. Whatever reason, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to my UMass rebuild where I have 20 people in the stands, and watching it gradually grow over time will give you that sense of fulfillment, and it's just realistic, and I think that attention to detail will add a lot of depth to the game and make it feel more realistic. I pretty much just touched on the main things from the campus huddle today. If you want to read all of it yourself, there's a link in the description. But overall, EA has outdone themselves, and I think they set the bar super high for years to come and for Madden. I know a lot of people say they're not even going to touch Madden this year, but College Football 25 is definitely getting 90% of my time, and I still have to play Madden because I'm a Madden player by heart. But EA definitely listened to the fans this time, and with everything they've been rolling out, you can definitely see that they heard us, and so far it's looking like they delivered. If you want to see more College Football 25 content as soon as it drops, please make sure to subscribe and like the video for more content like this.